Hey, marvelous ones. What I was talking about earlier, I really meant that. If you want people to stop playing with you got to stop playing with you. You have to accept you. You have to love you. Stop playing with you. Follow through with your word. Whatever boundaries you set, follow through with that. Because when you don't follow through with your boundaries, when you don't follow through with the things that you say, you playing with yourself. And you're abandoning yourself when you do that. I can only talk about what I've done. I can only talk about what I've done. Oh, well, I'm not gonna talk to this person, or I'm not gonna go here, or I'm not gonna go there, or I'm not gonna let you come into my space, or I'm not gonna come into your space, but it'd be a totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? We're putting ourselves in these places to be played with because we overstepping our own boundaries sometimes. Stop playing with you if you don't want to be played with. Accept you. Love you. Because there is no other besides you. Everything is you. Whatever you come in contact with is you. Whatever person comes into your life is you. That accountability right there is hard. It's hard to grasp. But that finger is always going to point back to you. That's where healing comes in. If you want to be loved correctly, love yourself correctly. And back to the original topic at hand, if you don't want to be played with, don't play with yourself. You have wonderful, wonderful attributes in you. You are very humble, honest. You have integrity. You're not perfect, but let me tell you one thing about yourself. You don't do things to hurt people, to intentionally hurt people. Your intentions are always good. They're just perceived wrong by others. Stop playing with you. Show up for yourself. Celebrate you. The way that we talk to ourselves sometimes, we wouldn't talk to nobody else like that. We wouldn't, because that we wouldn't treat nobody the way we treat ourselves sometimes. We just wouldn't do it. But this season right here, you better treat yourself like you top tier because you are. Because you are top tier. And that's how we gonna start. That's how we gonna treat ourselves. Like we top tier. Our time is valuable because we're valuable. And we don't have time for whatever you're talking about. We don't have time for any of that. We don't. We're vibrating a little higher in this season. And when you vibrating higher, all that other stuff gonna fall off and it's gonna stay at ground level. We eagles, we soaring, we elevating, we going up. We going up. How are we going up? Because we're accountable and we're healing. We're growing. We're not pushing everything off on everybody else. We're not putting everything off on our childhood trauma and whatever we've been through. Yes, we've been through it, but it was for a purpose. It was to make us stronger and to help us grow. And God knew we could handle it. That was kind of a little rant. It was, but that was dropped down in my spirit because I feel like somebody needed to hear it. Because at once upon a time, I needed to hear it because I was playing with myself, settling for what's beneath me, selling myself short. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't settle and don't sell yourself short.